Does anyone else love going to the supermarket and spending, I don't know, nearly 200 quid on what seems like absolutely...
Who's pissed on Weetabix's chips? $3.99 for 36 Weetabix? £4. And that's an Aldi. It's more expensive in Asda and Tesco's than that.
Hey everyone, just in Asda, yeah? £12.50 shirt. What the hell, man? What's going on?
And it's these nectar prices, club card prices, any bloody prices, but the prices just aren't prices that these guys would be actually selling these products for, and it's an absolute con.
Supermarket shelves are full of sneaky rip-offs. From overpriced essentials to sneaky shrinkflation, many consumers feel shortchanged. Let's hear what people say are the worst supermarket rip-offs right now.
So listen, I love Aldi as much as the next person. This says 6 soft white peaches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's definitely 5 in there, so that's a bit annoying. I would be really miffed about that, but that's why I'm putting this one back.
Supermarkets charging extra if you don't have a loyalty card. Hand over your data or pay the price.
So I've just been shopping in Sainsbury's, and one thing that really bugs me at the moment is this, that all the supermarkets are doing. And it's these nectar prices, club card prices, any bloody prices, but the prices just aren't prices that these guys would be actually selling these products for, and it's an absolute con. I mean, luckily there was a guy at the till literally when I was here, and he'd got some booze, and basically he didn't have his nectar card with him. And basically I said to him, I said, do you want to use my nectar card? He says, yeah, but you'll get my points. I said, oh, believe you me, it's well worth me getting your points. I scanned it and I saved him. He spent it was £118, and he scanned it and it come down to 94 quid for the booze. You supermarkets are an absolute rip-off. It's about time somebody steps in and stopped these guys from doing all this nonsense.
No, what is going on in this world today? £8 for toothpaste. Now, this is ridiculous. This is flipping ridiculous. £8 for toothpaste. What is going on in this world today? The world, something needs to change, man. This is ridiculous. That is crazy work.
Sainsbury's egg and bacon sandwich looks more like 2 slices of bread with a suggestion of filling.
Sainsbury's version of egg and bacon sandwich. Very disappointing. Avoid at all costs.
Right, Ferrero Rocher. If you're an idiot, you're going to pay £6.50, but if you get the free card, the loyalty card, you're going to pay £4.50. That's a £2. It's a £2 difference, you know. £2 difference. And look at this. If you haven't got your loyalty card, you're going to pay £4.50 instead of £3. You've got to be an idiot. Oh, and if you haven't got a loyalty card, if you're not loyal, you pay £2.50 or £2.20 instead of £1.50. You see, look, everything's 2 prices. They want you to carry this loyalty card so they can get your data. You're going to pay £4.75 if you haven't got a loyalty card instead of £3. Here's a ridiculous one. Jack Daniels, you're going to pay 35 quid if you haven't got your loyalty card instead of 20. They must think we're stupid. Electric toothbrush is 100 quid without a loyalty card, but with a loyalty card you can get it for 40. A bloody toothbrush. Are you loyal to your supermarket? Because they want your loyalty. Actually, they want your data. And with that data, they're going to sell it and process it and make loads of money and work out exactly what you want. Bloody Tesco's.
This sirloin steak from Aldi looks great on the front, but flip it over and it's a different story.
Bought this steak from Aldi. British sirloin steak, 195 grams. So I thought I'd do a TikTok on this because I've seen the other side and oh my god. So I always say don't buy a steak where you can't see through the packaging on the other side, because the other side might not be as nice as the front. Granted, this is probably the cheapest version of alleged sirloin steak, but you know, if the other side looked like this, it still wouldn't be too bad, because there's still a good bit of meat and there's a tiny amount of fat in there, enough to keep it moist. But look at this. Oh my god. I've seen less gristle than an ostrich's kneecap. That is ridiculous. So I'm going to chop off the bits that we can't really eat. I mean, the fat there, the white fat's fine, but it's that stuff in the middle, that chewy, gristly stuff. We've got no chance. So here we go. I've zeroed the scales. This is what's left. As you can see, we've lost a good chunk, because as I kept cutting there was more and more and more, and by the end of it we'd be lucky to fit in a thimble, you know, if I kept going on. So that's fine, I'll just have to put in some lard when I fry it. Anyway, our 195 gram steak is now been reduced to 146. Oh my god, I've lost 49 grams. 49 grams of gristle. Why? Why? Why does my steak have a face in it? Anyway, why? It's like some form of inflation or I've just lost a gram. Oh, it's back. Anyway. Oh. You can't make this up. You know. Absolute rip-off. I thought Lidl was bad. Aldi's doing the same thing. At least it's not with fillet steaks that cost me 19 quid, but still. Damn! You misleading bastards. Look, you tell me if you can see what's on the other side of that. No, you can't. You should be able to see on both sides, so you can decide if you think it's a good piece of meat or not, or if they're just scamming the shit out of you. The worst ones are them 4 packs of rump steak, which look like fucking earlobes, covered in gristle, covered in fat, and you'll probably get about 2 nibbles of meat out of each piece. Absolutely scandalous.
Doing me own knockers here. I'm in Morrison's, right? And there's tins of soup, Heinz tins of soup, 5 for £5, or £1.70 or £1.69 each. How long has soup been this price? Absolutely unbelievable. Scotch broth, £1.70. You're having a laugh. Who's putting the prices on these things? Rip off Britain. What happens if someone's only got 4 quid? They can only afford 2 cans of soup at £1.70 a can. Absolutely unbelievable. Rip off Britain. Morrison's, sort it out. Don't forget to like, share and follow this channel for more content coming your way on Rip Off. Hang on a minute, look at these, look. Heinz big soups are £2 each, or 3 for 4 quid. Unbelievable. Don't forget to leave a comment. What do you think of it on Rip Off Britain? Don't forget to follow this channel for more insight. Keep smiling. Ciao for now.
This guy spotted a can of soda marked down from £8 to £1. Who priced it at £8 in the first place?
So I walked into a Sainsbury's, like you do if you've ever been into a Sainsbury's, and then I noticed that there was a can of Pepsi Max that was reduced. So I thought, oh, okay, let's put the prices. And it said it was £8 and it's now £1. So my first reaction was, hold on, since when was a Pepsi Max more than £1 anyway? But anyway, also, second, how the hell was it ever 8 quid? But then I figured, you know, I look around and then I saw that full fat normal Pepsi was only £1.15. So yeah, I think someone's getting fired over this one. Not impressed, gentlemen, not impressed. David Murphy out.
Does anyone else love going to the supermarket and spending, I don't know, nearly 200 quid on what seems like absolutely And it completely makes you laugh when you get your Nectar card prices and it says, this is £10 because you're a member, and if you're not a member it's £20 and twice as much. But really, we all know it costs about a fiver. I really do try not to get caught up in all the politics of this bollocks. But oh my goodness, are they mugging us off these days. These companies have the absolute monopoly in their market, and they every single penny we make. And it doesn't matter which way you look, they are pulling our pants down.
If you're looking for a shirt, Asda's got you covered.
Hey everyone, just in Asda, yeah? £12.50 shirt. What the hell, man? What's going on? £61 from £12.50.
And we're getting ripped off once more by the supermarkets. £7 for 150 grams of Law Intense coffee versus £7.25 for 125 grams. Less packaging, less product, more money.
Tesco eclairs doubling from 75p to £1.50 ounce in just a week. Blink and your treat costs twice as much.
What a rip-off, man. Look at the state of this. £1.50 these are this week. They were 75p last week. Can you believe it? 100% rise. They've replaced it with this shit. Molly. Miss Molly. What a load of shite. Tesco rip-off. Coming at you. You should be ashamed of yourself, Tesco. 100% rise.
£23%. No. I'll put the beef on top. Right. Okay. Oh, hang on. There's another bit there. Oh, nearly. Right. Fuck all in there. That is your 23%. That is your 23%. Look at that compared to the fork. I'll put it back in there now. Put it back on. Pastry. Look at that.
If you're not careful and don't shop around, you'll get rinsed without even knowing it.
So we'd run out of gas yesterday. 52.50, buy it online or go to B&M's. Went to the local garage. Asda's £20 markup, 72 quid for a bottle of gas, and that's a refill. What an absolute rip-off.
I'm just getting used to this green screen, carry on. It's not too bad, is it? Anyway, I went to Asda the other day. This rice here used to be 38 pence. Then the price locked it at 50. And then I went today, and that lock has been well and truly fucking broken. Smashed. 65. I couldn't believe it. Mind you, I didn't get the bastards. That's got nothing to do with the cost of living. That's just been greed. That's been keep the bastards.
Welcome to the UK, where the smaller you buy, the more you pay for the privilege.
Alright, let me show you guys some beautiful UK logic. Beautiful UK logic. Look, check this out. Lipton peach iced tea. £2.30. Fair enough it's on the meal deal, but £2.30. Come with me over here. Lipton peach iced tea. 1.75 litres. Big bottle. £1.75. Someone explain this silly UK logic, bro.
Who's pissed on Weetabix's chips? £3.99 for 36 Weetabix? £4. And that's an Aldi. It's more expensive in Asda and Tesco's than that. Fucking hell, like, I get there's an issue with wheat, and it's homegrown British wheat. And I know off watching Clarkson's Farm and the fact that pissed down all of last year, there was an issue with wheat and demand and things like that. But I just think, does anybody else think $3.99 for Weetabix is just, for cereal, is just ridiculous? And I know it's branded, and Aldi's own make, I think, is about £1 cheaper. But it still uses wheat, still the same shit that they put in it, surely. I just don't get the prices that brands are charging nowadays. Kellogg's cornflakes, you know, Cheerios, you know, things like that. The prices of cereal now is just daylight robbery. And then when you get Aldi or somebody's own make, especially when you've got sons like mine, 2 bowls and they've gone. Yeah, you might call us a cheapskate or a whinger. I just think this is daylight robbery for a bloody box of Weetabix, me. Anyway, let us know what you think about the cost of cereal in the comments. Cheers.
Multi-buy deals look good, but you're either overpaying or stuck buying more than you wanted just to get a decent price.
Welcome to another episode of Things That Confuse Dominic Bargains. So, Muller Corners, they're on a deal, 5 for £2. Hey, but right next to those is the 6-packs. So you'd think maybe a little bit more. All of the 6-packs, every single one, £2. So are you telling me that people would want to buy 5 for £2 when they could have 6? Am I missing something here?
Sorry, just in Asda. Yeah, getting my granddad some custards, yeah?
So a 2-pack?
2-pack of egg custard is
49.
Yeah, 99 pence for 2. But if you buy 4, 95 pence for 4. Are they trying to scam us all, right?
Are these supermarket prices just business as usual now, or are we being taken for a ride? Yes, you vote with your money, but when every shop feels like a rip-off, real choice starts to disappear. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe and drop a comment below.